the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks offense will take the field first. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost a throw on first down off the play fake. It's incomplete, and trust will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give on the option. They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The Ducks are rolling down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. It's complete! Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. And the Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and touchdown, Oregon! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense has its first opportunity of the day. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
From the gun, give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Parker. Gets it out quickly. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's York. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Turning it on. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're going back to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Right down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Complete in the middle. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And the Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Let's it fly. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of 1, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to pull his way out. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late as a result.
Got room on the return. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Powers through the defender. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Hawkeye. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Hard running there. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense.
Breaks away in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Iowa. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run it from the gun. Finding an escape route. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Lyle. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Right on target this time. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Working the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Sends it downfield. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. Handoff from the gun. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Ducks trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to run it in. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Will they be able to get them? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
And they pay off the drive with a touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the field, 98 yards. That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Complete to the right. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Parker. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It'll be 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action. Under fire. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on. That one as it hops out of bounds. first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Iowa City.
And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And here's the return. And the returner will be knocked down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an enforced...
Breaks into the open. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And now you just completely flipped how I play defense. I'm not really worried about the quarterback running the football. I'm like, okay, he's number 3 or 4 on my list of who I think can beat me. But now he does that. Now it puts it in the back of my mind. I got to think about it. I got to stay home. I got to stay disciplined. Nice little curveball by the offense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The Hawkeyes are flying down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll close the gap to 14. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll leave it with him. just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Nice move there.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards. To cover. They'll line up for a second down play. To the ground with the back. And they'll knock him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on third down. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Back to throw, it's Lyle. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll go to the ground. Fights off the defender. Knocked out way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Firing to the right, complete. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He'll off one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Now on the return. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll move the tight end. The RPO, fire complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Lyle. Looking for the score. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the left. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Complete to the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
To the air, it's Parker. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Snags it over the middle. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The Ducks have a chance to make that turnover pay off as they come to the line. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. He's got it again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to the running game. Turning it on. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. First down for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Power football with the run.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes the easy one to the back. Hits him with a stiff arm. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When you're defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Scanning the field, it's Parker. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to
just plowing ahead. Always look at that toughness, just running through everybody. The Hawkeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages and try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Fires to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. Oh, he's got a chance. They'll bring him down just outside the 25 at the 26, certainly well within field goal range, but let's see if they choose to go for it here. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. To the 15. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. The pressure gets to him. Down he goes, and that is just what the doctor ordered. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Parker. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. And now on second down for this offense.
Get set, get set.
Wants to go up top. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. There he goes. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. And the Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker.